Well, in all honesty, a little disappointed with the way it ended. I thought we had a good first half. We were sharp and jumped on top of them. Got 2 goals, and I thought in the second half we coasted. And that's one of the things that we really need to work on is having a more dominant personality. And we've talked about it. Last fall, it was a problem. There were games where we didn't have that killer instinct, and we let teams hang around. And we need to find that killer instinct. Otherwise, we're going to be in positions like we've been in the last 2 spring games, where we're winning games, but it's also all the way down to the wire, and that gives me a lot of gray hairs and a lot of stress. And we're capable of doing a lot more, and we're seeing it for periods, but I want to see it for 90 minutes.
What's your mindset going into the next season?
Well, our goal is to win the national championship, like every year. That's our standard, and we feel like we have a more seasoned team than we did last year. 2010 we won the national championship, and then we lost a bunch of guys, so we were reloading a little bit last year. I was pleased that we were still in the mix to win it at the end, making the Sweet 16. Fell a little short. We had a young group. We returned 8 starters, and we have a very good freshman class coming in. So we feel like we've got a strong group that's capable of making a good run next year.
How do you feel about getting the #1 recruiting class in all the nation?
Well, it feels good. First and foremost, we feel like they fit, the style of play that we have, and fit the culture that we have. Not only are they talented kids, but they're good kids, and they have the intangible qualities that we feel are important. Which will help them not only be talented but reach their potential and play the way we want them to play within our framework of how we do things here. But there's some talented guys, and you can see we're missing some pieces. We've still got a good team, but especially in the attack, we need some more dynamic pieces to help to break the game open individually at times. And I thought that was missing tonight and last night. But nice thing is we're finding ways to win games, and I think our possession's very good, but we just need more penetration out of it, more purpose out of it. The whole reason you circulate the ball and hold the ball is to create goals, to move the defending team, to find gaps, and we need to find those gaps more. We need to look to get more chances on goal.
According with the off season, is there anything that you really learned going in, taking from your off season to this next coming season? Anything you learned?
Anything I learned? Well, yeah, I learned last fall we have a pretty good team, but I learned also we were missing, like I said, a little bit of penetration. I thought there were games last season where teams sat deep on us. You notice in the last 2 games, every team sits back on us. They know they're not going to keep us off the ball. They know they're not going to open up and run with us. They're going to try to make the game tight by packing numbers back and looking to counter us. And that means that we're going to have to be sharp, and we're going to have individual players that can break the game open through pace and through creativity. And I thought, especially in the wide spots, we were missing those pieces, and it showed a little bit. So Eric's been a nice piece this spring. He's shown some nice things, 3 goals in 2 games, and he'll fight for one of those 2 spots. And then we got some freshmen coming as well that we think will fight for those spots, in addition to Ronaldo Brenes as well. He was hot and cold today, but he did score the goal, and we're still optimistic about what he can bring to the table.